Look at them yo-yos, that's the way you do it. Play the guitar on the MTV. That ain't working, that's the way you do it. Money is for nothing and your chicks for free. Now, that ain't working, that's the way you do it. Let me tell you, those guys ain't dumb. Maybe get a blister on your little finger. Maybe get a blister on your thumb. We got to install microwave ovens, custom kitchen delivery. We got to move these refrigerators, got to move these color TVs. Hey, what's up YouTubers? Lee John Blackmore here at Super Easy Guitar. So this week we're doing Money for Nothing, written by Mark Knopfler in the band Dire Straits. Now, this is my own little acoustic version. You know, I kind of did learn this many moons ago and I had to refresh a few little things. But I've just kind of tried to keep it as basic as possible, okay? So I'll take you through the intro first, step by step, and then I'll take you through the chords towards the end, all right? Let's zoom in and get straight into it. So one thing you'll probably notice that I'm not using a guitar pick on this. However, it can be played with a guitar pick. But it's probably for the more advanced player. So, you know, and I think a lot of beginners like to use their fingers anyway. So let's, you know, stick with the finger version like Mark Knopfler does. And then it's kind of easy then. Once you know the picking, it's kind of much easier to put the guitar pick around it, okay? So we're going to start off. You got these two little notes here. Now, during the entire song, I'm using these two fingers here and my thumb, okay? I don't really use my third finger there unless, you know, sometimes you'll see me picking, holding a guitar pick. So I'll kind of use my third finger there, but in this case, it's just first, second, and thumb, okay? Now the first one is the two middle strings, the D and the G. I'm just pulling up on those, okay? So what we're going to do there is open, and then thumb from the 3rd fret to the 5th fret on the D string. So during the process of learning this riff, I would highly recommend to learn it in separate phrases, then learn to put the phrases together, okay? So that's going to be a first phrase there. Two middle strings open, first finger slide from the 3rd to the 5th fret, okay? And that's with my thumb. Then what I'm doing, I'm playing this power chord, which is actually a G power chord, the 5th fret and the 7th fret. 5th fret on the D, 7th fret on the G, okay? And I'm plucking, I'm using my thumb on the D and my first finger or my second finger. And you see what happens, you don't pluck out like this. I see that mistake being made a lot. Close the hand in, okay? Super slow. Okay. The next section. Now, I can't play like Mark Knopfler, okay? But what kind of technique I've developed over the years is to hit down on the strings with these two fingers. I'm not 100% sure how he does it. Maybe he uses his thumb, I don't know. But I'm using my first and second finger to just tap down on the strings like that, okay? So slowly. Open. 5 to 7 with thumb. Pluck. Down. And sometimes, you see what I do here? I use this part of my hand to slap the strings. And and it creates a bit of a rhythm tap. I certainly don't think that's an official Mark Knopfler technique. Okay, so there's your second phrase, if you like. Nice and slowly, okay? Now, it might take a bit of getting used to do that slap. Okay, so then we're going to move into this. Okay, nice and easy there. All we're going to be doing is putting that second finger in the 6th fret on the B string. So we've still got that power chord on G and the 2 middle strings. If I go slow, you'll see where we can connect it. So now I'm flattening my first finger on 5 and 5 and 2 middle strings and doing an upstroke with the 2 fingers, okay? So try that. Then you guessed it, we're going to put the 3rd finger back in that 7th fret on the G string. And when we put the 3rd finger back down, I'm just using the thumb to hit those 2 middle strings. Slowly. At that point, my 2nd finger goes on the B string. And I'm using my 2 fingers to pluck up on the B and the G string. All together. That time I didn't use my thumb, I used my 1st and 2nd finger. Now this is the thing, when you start to become familiar with a certain song, you play it differently every time. Now all the footage I watched of Mark Knopfler, he plays it different every time, so don't feel like you have to get it perfectly accurate, okay? So far we've got this. Okay, then we're going to do this. So I'm plucking the D string with my thumb, then my finger, and I'm doing that hit down with the 2 fingers like that. You don't have to do it like me. You can just hit them there. Okay? So it's 1, 2, down. If I put that into context, then what we're going to do, we're going to do an upstroke and remove the 3rd finger to reveal 5 and 5 on the 2 middle strings. So it sounds like that. Let's put the D in as well. Remember I talked about phrasing? Then try and put that to the section before. You can even try a bit of speed. So next what we're going to do, we're going to pluck the D string at the 5th fret and move our 1st finger down to the 3rd fret and do an upstroke on the 2 middle strings. So if I go from here, one, 2, down, off, D string, up with your 2 fingers. Let's go back a little bit. So then all we've got is a two finger pull up, 2 finger pluck, up pluck, the 2 open strings, and then I'm putting my 3rd finger over the 5th fret, not in between, now over, and I'm hitting 2 middle strings. I'm not pushing down, it's just a soft harmonic. It might be like an accidental when he did it originally by just kind of resting the finger, but we add these things in, right? So I'm doing, then I do it open, and I do another pluck up with my 2 fingers on the 3rd fret. Then I do this rhythm tap down, and we just simply then go to B flat, slide up to C. Okay, that's just a normal power chord, except I'm covering the A string, the D string, and the G string, and you can just slide up there. Sometimes you see me doing a bit of rhythm. So I don't think Knopfler does that. All I'm doing there is plucking the A, then the 2 middle strings and the rhythm tap. I'm moving it up and doing the same thing. Okay, you can add an extra low note in there if you wanted to create a nice feel. Then it starts again, just like in the beginning. Now, I use different fingers to Mark Knopfler, okay? So you can use, you can go. If you want to do that, he kind of does his 2nd and 3rd finger, or I think maybe he does his 2nd and his pinky there. I just find it easier to put my pinky on this next note. I'll show you. So the second bit after this, kind of finish on 2 open strings, right? And then we do that same thing, so it slides from 3 to 5 again. And then so pluck and then hit down with the 2 fingers. Same thing again. Okay, up pluck and finger flatted on the 5th fret. So 2 middle fingers, 5th fret, 3rd finger, or I like to use my pinky, on the 8th fret of the D string. Then you go back to that 5th fret, the 2 middle strings, and that's an upstroke, okay? This point, you want to hammer on the 3rd finger to the 7th fret on the G string. Let me show you. And again. And then what I'm going to do is put my pinky in the 8th fret on the B string. So we got this kind of chord. Okay, it's just a 5th chord. It's just G. Except I'm going to use my 2 fingers to pluck the B and the G. Let's go from the top. Okay. I don't really want to come that far away. That's quite extreme, but you get the idea. Just like that. So remember what I said about phrasing, learn the phrases. And it'll start to feel natural. You can use different fingers. Whatever you find comfortable, okay? Now the next bit and then we'll nearly finish the song. Okay, so let's keep going. Now, once you've done this, I'm doing a rhythm tap. So now we've got this B power chord thing again. I'm plucking up. And as I do, I'm pulling off the 7th fret to the 5th fret. Because this is barring down, right? And then I slide down. It's like an old blues thing. Remember, learn the phrases. From the beginning of the second part. So when we pull off, rhythm tap, open strings, and you can go back down, harmonic, the 5th fret, just like before. I do a little harmonic there. I'm actually doing it, my fingers down. You can do the thumb. Then we want an upstroke on the 2 middle strings, bar down at the 3rd, and do a downstroke. And then you can pull the fingers back off. Or you can do it the other way around. You can go down, up, down. And then I'm putting a rhythm tap in. And then we've just got that. That's F power chord. I'm actually plucking the low E, the A, and the D. If you can't really bar down like that, you can use your pinky. Let's just do the second part from the beginning, right? So we've got okay, let's have a very quick look at the chords. Now, I'm assuming that, you know, if you're learning this intro, you're going to be fairly competent with the chords. Now, I'm not doing what Mark Knopfler does. I'm doing my own kind of acoustic version. I'm just playing a G minor. Actually, a G minor 7. So I'm barring at the 3rd fret, and I've got my 3rd finger in the 5th fret on the A string. So what I'm doing there, I'm making the rhythm up, by the way. I'm just kind of trying to give it a money for nothing feel, if you like. Mark Knopfler, you know, because there's 2 guitars layered originally. He's just popping along those 2 middle strings with the G power chord. Whoops. Kind of doing that thing, but on the acoustic guitar I want that low end as well. So I'm just hitting the low string with my thumb, and then these 2 fingers is like a strum. And I'm plucking that. So to keep it simple, you could like pretend you got a pick in your finger, so you're using the nail on your first finger and the back of the nail, or the back of your thumb. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Okay. So that's that beginning. Look at them yo-yos, that's the way you do it. Play the guitar on the B flat to C, just power chords. Back to G minor 7. Get your money for nothing and your chicks. I'm doing an F major. Same again. Ain't working, that's the way you do it. Let me tell you guys ain't dumb. Exactly the same. Now it changes to the chorus. I'm doing an E flat up here to B flat. So I'm E flat major. Okay, I'm not playing the top E or the bottom E. And then B flat major. Just bar chords. Okay, so got you in some microwave oven. And again, I'm just making the rhythm up. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Then I'm moving that to F. Deliveries. Okay, so it's just that power chord. 6, 7, 8 is F. Okay, so let's go through that again. So we got to install microwave ovens, custom kitchen deliveries. Back to that G minor 7. We got to move these refrigerators. C, 3rd fret on the A string. Got to move these D color TVs. Color TVs, you end up on E. So go crazy with it, guys. You can either add all your funkadelic picking or whatever, or you know, you can just play it really simply. Okay, if you're really not sure about the strumming, always keep it simple downstrokes. Look at them yo-yos, that's the way you do it. Play the guitar on the MTV. Okay? And then when you get confident, start adding upstrokes. Look at them yo-yos, that's the way you do it. Play the guitar on the MTV. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then add the rhythm tap. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Okay. So there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this week's lesson. Please don't forget to subscribe if you would like to receive my weekly updates. Underneath you'll find some links to Instagram and Spotify playlist I've done. And also, guys, please know that I don't get paid for these lessons, and any loose change you have, I'd massively appreciate it. I've set up a PayPal donation button on my website, or you can scan. Also, I've created some merchandise in my Teespring shop. I do make a small percentage from these as well, guys. If you'd like to support me, there's some cool cups and t-shirts and hoodies and all sorts of stuff over there as well. So please check it out, and I'll see you again the same time next week.